Okay, students, let us recall. We had studied conditions necessary for combustion in the previous class. The first and necessary condition is combustible substance. The second is presence of air or oxygen. And the third one is attainment of ignition temperature. We already know if there will be no combustible substance, no combustion can occur. Now, to understand and prove that presence of air or oxygen is necessary for combustion, we shall do an activity to prove that air is necessary for combustion. For this, I've taken a candle and I've lighted it. Now I am taking 2 cardboard blocks and keeping it near to the burning candle, and I've kept a chimney over it. Observe the flame. What happens to the flame? The air is able to move through the chimney from below and from top, and the candle burns freely in this case. Now I have removed the blocks and I have kept the chimney on the table. Now the air is able to enter only from top, not from bottom, and the flame, you can observe, it is flickering slowly and producing small amount of smoke. Now I've taken a lid and covered the chimney. Now air is not able to enter from any side. Observe the flame. As you can see, the flame is getting less brighter. It is becoming smaller and less brighter gradually. See, this flame is becoming smaller and smaller. You can do this activity easily at home, but under the supervision of your parents. You can observe it by doing yourself. It's a very simple activity. You can see the flame has become very small, and now it has finally, it goes off, finally goes off, extinguishes, since the air is not available. So now we have proved that air is necessary for combustion. We have already read that the sun also produces its own heat and light. Is it a kind of combustion? Yes. In the sun, heat and light are produced by certain nuclear reactions. These nuclear reactions are different from chemical reactions, about which you'll be studying in higher classes. Now, you might have heard about forest fires. During extreme heat of summers, at some places, dry grass jo hoti hai, it catches fire. Dry grass, which is lying on the floor of the forest, catches fire. And this grass, from the grass, it spreads to trees, and very soon the whole forest is on fire, and it is very difficult to control such fires. It is difficult to control these fires because these fires, there is all around, there is plenty of air, and air supports combustion. You have also heard and you have read in your lower classes that if clothes of a person catch fire, the person is covered with blanket to extinguish fire. Can you guess why? I had showed you some experiments. Let us quickly first see these experiments and then we will continue further. Okay, I'm taking a matchstick. Does it burn on its own? No, it doesn't catch fire. I have to strike here to make it burn. Recall what happens when I bring a paper near it. If I bring a paper near to it, it catches fire. All right. If I bring a piece of wood, this is a piece of wood, If I bring it near a burning matchstick, let us see whether it catches fire or not. If I bring, it does not catch fire as the paper burns. That means these experiments, what do they tell us? These experiments tell us that different substances catch fire at different temperatures. That means the lowest temperature at which a substance catches fire is called its ignition temperature. Now we can recall why a matchstick does not catch fire on its own at room temperature. And why does the matchstick start burning on rubbing it on the side of the matchbox? ये सारे experiments जो हमने किए, we find that combustible substance जो होता है, it cannot catch fire or burn as long as its temperature is lower than its ignition temperature. We store cooking oil at home, ठीक है, but it does not catch fire. लेकिन if this cooking oil is kept in a frying pan which is kept on a flame for a long time, it catches fire. Kerosene oil, wood जो होते हैं, they do not catch fire on their own at room temperature. लेकिन अगर हम kerosene oil को heat कर देते हैं, then it will catch fire. लेकिन wood, if heated a little, it will not still catch fire. तो इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि ignition temperature of kerosene oil, it's lower than wood. That means we should take special care while storing kerosene oil. Now we'll do another activity to prove that attainment of ignition temperature is necessary for combustion. Agar ignition temperature reach nahi hua, then combustion will not occur. We will do this or prove this by doing an activity. I've taken a paper cup and I'm keeping it over the flame. What is expected? As it is made up of paper, when it is exposed to flame of the candle, it will get heated, catch fire and start burning. Yes? Okay. Now I'm taking another paper cup of same type. I'll put small amount of water into it and place this cup over the flame, hold it over the flame for a few minutes. I'm keeping this paper cup which has water in it over the flame for a few minutes. Now by this time, in the previous case, it had caught fire, but in this case, it does not. In fact, if I hold it for long, the water has already become hot. If I hold it long, the water will start even boiling. Now, why does this happen? Why does this happen? Why? Yes, now why did this happen? If we continue burning or heating the cup, it can even boil the water present in it. Now, how does this happen? What can be the possible explanation? The heat supplied to the paper cup is transferred to the water by the process of conduction. So in the presence of water, the ignition temperature of the paper is not reached and hence it does not burn. All right. So we have seen that attainment of ignition temperature is must for combustion to occur. The substances which have very low ignition temperature and can be easily catch fire with a flame are called as inflammable substances. You might have seen while moving on road, the tankers which are carrying petrol or LPG, it is written over there in big bold letters, highly inflammable. Highly inflammable या inflammable substances वो होते हैं जिनका की ignition temperature बहुत कम होता है and they easily catch fire with flame. जैसे कि एग्जांपल हो गया पेट्रोल, डीजल, अल्कोहल, LPG, and they have to be stored very carefully with lot of care. Now how do we control fire? You must have heard or seen breaking out of fire in homes, shops, factories. कभी न्यूज में पढ़ते हैं, न्यूज में देखते हैं आप, न्यूज़पेपर में पढ़ते हैं, a fire brigade arrives. What does it do? Now, how can we control fire? फायर के लिए या कंबस्शन के लिए 3 कंडीशंस नेसेसरी थी. पहली कंडीशन है प्रेजेंस ऑफ अ कंबस्टिबल सब्सटेंस. तो इसका मतलब अगर हमें फायर कंट्रोल करनी है, if you remove the combustible substance, fire can be controlled. So the first way to control the fire is by removing the combustible substance. It may not be possible in all the cases. Second condition is presence of air or oxygen is necessary for combustion. So if you cut off the supply of air, fire can be controlled. Yes. And the third necessary condition for combustion is attainment of ignition temperature. तो अगर cool down कर देंगे हम combustible substance को below its ignition temperature, तो भी fire को control किया जा सकता है. तो fire can be controlled by these 3 methods. What are the different ways to control fire? What are the different ways to control fire? The first and the most common method is by using water. Water, you might have seen, if a fire breaks out, you might have seen in newspapers that what happens when the fire brigade comes. What does it do? It sprays water. It pours water on the fire. Okay? It is the most common method or common fire extinguisher. It cools down combustible substance below its ignition temperature. In addition, water क्या करता है? Water vapor form हो जाते हैं. At that high temperature, water vapor form हो जाते हैं, और water vapor जो होते हैं, it surrounds the combustible substance and cuts off the air supply. And hence, what happens is the fire gets extinguished. Right? So, water can be used to put out fire which are caused by either wood or by paper. But it cannot be used to put out fires which are caused by oil, petrol or kerosene, because we know the reason. Oil, petrol or kerosene are lighter than water. They keep floating on the water and therefore keep the fire burning. So you cannot use water as a fire extinguisher in case of a fire which is caused by either oil, petrol or kerosene. Another thing you should keep it in mind, water should not be used to put out fire which is caused by electrical equipments, because water is a good conductor of electricity and it can cause electrocution, which is very, very harmful. So in that case, अब क्योंकि हम water ऑयल के केस में यूज नहीं कर सकते हैं, पेट्रोल डीजल के केस में नहीं यूज कर सकते हैं, वाटर कैन नॉट बी यूज टू पुट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिकल फायर्स, तो उनके लिए क्या यूज मेथड होना चाहिए? तो उनके लिए दूसरा मेथड है, दैट इज बाय यूजिंग कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड एज फायर एक्सटिंग्विशर. कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड कैन बी यूज्ड टू एक्सटिंग्विश फायर कॉज्ड बाय पेट्रोल, ऑयल और केरोसिन. अब हाउ डज कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड वर्क? कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड इज अ हेवियर गैस देन ऑक्सीजन. It covers the combustible substance like a blanket. Blanket की तरह पूरे जो combustible substance है, fuel है, उसको cover कर देता है. और उसके बाद में क्या होता है? The supply of oxygen or the contact between the fuel and oxygen is cut off and fire gets controlled. The biggest advantage of carbon dioxide is that in most of the cases it does not harm the equipment also. ठीक है ना? It can be used to extinguish fire caused by electrical equipment. So it does not conduct electricity and therefore there is no danger of electrocution. Now you might have seen these kind of fire extinguishers at home, malls में, hospitals में, buses में. You might have seen this. अब in cylinders of fire extinguisher जो carbon dioxide होती है, it is stored in liquid form under high pressure. और जब इस प्रेशर को रिलीज करते हैं, from the cylinder, it comes out in vapor form, expands enormously in volume and cools down. So it not only forms a blanket around the fire, it also brings down the temperature of the fuel, and therefore it is an excellent fire extinguisher. There is another way to get carbon dioxide. We can use lot of dry powder of chemicals like सोडियम बाइकार्बोनेट, जिसको हम बेकिंग सोडा कहते हैं, या पोटेशियम बाइकार्बोनेट. जैसे ही वो फायर के पास हम इस पाउडर को लेकर जाते हैं, स्प्रेड करते हैं, these chemicals जो होते हैं, बेकिंग सोडा या पोटेशियम बाइकार्बोनेट, gives off lots of carbon dioxide, and then it covers the whole fuel like a blanket, breaks off the contact between oxygen and the fuel, and the fire gets controlled or extinguished. We have already seen the third method, and we have discussed that by using a blanket, क्योंकि blanket भी जो है, it will cover, when person's clothes catch fire, blanket should be wrapped around his body to cut off the supply of oxygen, and thereby the fire can be extinguished. So these are the different ways of controlling the fire. Now the next topic what we have to study is what are the different types of combustion. Different types of combustion. We have already seen that gas burns rapidly. Not only just gas, there are certain substances which catch fire very quickly and produce lot of heat and light, and such kind of combustion is termed as rapid combustion. Substances like phosphorus जो होते हैं, which burn in air at room temperature, so those come under rapid combustion. अभी हमने एग्जाम्पल किया था burning matchstick, lighter that is brought near a burner. तो lighter जब हम burner के पास लेके जाते हैं, the gas starts burning immediately with the evolution of heat and light. That is rapid combustion. What we were talking about phosphorus, phosphorus जो है, it burns in air at room temperature on its own, and such kind of combustion are termed as spontaneous combustion. Some substances जैसे कि phosphorus हो गया, they can catch fire on their own जब भी वो एयर को एक्सपोज होते हैं, और such type of combustion is termed as spontaneous combustion. और spontaneous combustion में तो best example we have already studied forest fires. These are example of spontaneous combustion. And the third type of combustion is explosion. कुछ substances होते हैं which burn with evolution of tremendous amount of heat, light, and a loud sound is produced. And इस combustion को, इस type of combustion को हम explosion term करते हैं. जब crackers हम ignite करते हैं, तो heat, light, sound all are produced, and that is termed as the third type of combustion, which is explosion.